Carbonara, the most famous pasta dish in the world. But what kind of pasta do you think is going to actually work best? Fresh or dry? Let's find out together. Why this experiment though? Well, if you ask chefs or foodies, they would probably go for the fresh pasta. If you ask traditional Italian people, they would probably go for the dry, maybe bucatini or spaghetti. So let's see which one is going to be best. For the sauce, I've kept things as traditional as possible. I did a mix of Pecorino Romano and Grana Padano. Guanciale, not easy to find, I'm not gonna lie. I found it though, because we live here in the UK, I found it in Lidl, in Italian Week. Quite cheap as well, otherwise you have to go more expensive online. I'm going to use a mix of egg yolks and full eggs and whole fresh peppercorns. Let's dive in. We're going to start with my favorite part, as always, fresh pasta. I've given you 8 egg yolks in the recipe, but remember, it's always about the size of the egg yolks. So mine, it was about 30 grams each yolk, which is quite large. If you think that yours is smaller, then just go for another extra one. The total weight, it should be about 200 grams. And yes, I'll say it now to get it out of the way. Carbonara. How was that? Okay, so this out of the way, the pasta is mixing now well for about 2 minutes. I'm going to keep going as we normally do for about 8 to 10 minutes in total. There are 2 different theories on how this dish came up. The first one, which is the most widely accepted really, is the carbonaros, who are the coal workers, carbon, in Italy. They used to work up in the mountains, and they came up with this, comforty dish, creamy. And of course, they were putting a lot of black pepper to resemble this coal dust. Now, the second theory is that the Americans brought the bacon and the eggs. They gave it to the chefs, and they came up with this creamy, amazing dish. Not sure which theory is, but I'll probably stick with the first one. Okay, our beautiful pasta is ready. 10 minutes of kneading to build these forearms, as always. 30 to 45 minutes rest in the fridge. You see it springs back, which means it needs some rest. Let's cleanse the meat, leave it in the fridge to rest. Pasta is resting in the fridge. While we're waiting, let's prepare everything for the sauce. First things first, garlic. Don't think so. Let's go black peppercorns. Let's toast the black peppercorns first. I'll toast them for 2-3 minutes. They start gently popping, which means they are ready. I'm going to crush them. Can you go crack black pepper? Of course you can, yeah, but this one will make it more fragrant and it's more traditional as well. There you go. 1 minute. Guanciale, as I said earlier, not easy to find. It's the part of the cheek, which they cure it. They put a lot of black pepper as well. We're going to trim it off, and we're going to keep some part of the fat. You want a bit of fat, but not too much. Let's go. And yes, it's not easy to find, as I said earlier, but if you manage to find an Italian deli near you, they usually do this, or you can travel to Italy if that's easy. You go for some holidays as well. All right, I will keep some part of the fat. Like this. I'll cut it thick dices. The reason is obviously there's plenty of fat over here, so it's going to shrink while the fat is being rendered. Of course, try to find the guanciale that has a good fat to meat ratio. I know it's not easy to find because the most of guanciale is quite fatty, but I did my best and it has a good ratio here, as you can see. Cold pan, we go slowly. While the guanciale is working, I'm going to grate the cheese. I'll do 50-50, 50 grams of pecorino and 50 grams of grana padano, or parmigiano reggiano if you like. Remember, Pecorino Romano is very strong. That's why we balance it with the Grana Padano. Traditionally, it's full on Pecorino Romano, but these days in Italy you can find it with Parmesan as well. And now I'm going for the Grana Padano, less intense, less salty, let's say, but full of umami. For the eggs, traditionally they used to do whole eggs, but these days in Italy they're going for the richer versions. They're using only egg yolks. I'll go in the middle and I'll go 2 egg yolks and 1 full egg. Everything has been prepared for the sauce. The eggs, the egg yolks, the pepper, the cheese, the guanciale. We're looking good. Let's bring out that pasta dough. Quick 10 seconds of your time. If you find value in this video, please like it. Also, consider subscribing. I'll keep on making videos. I'll keep on making recipes and giving you all my tips. Thank you very much. It helps me massively. Just a quick explanation of how this pasta machine works. The most of the pasta machine work the same. Here is the setting for the flat, and the pasta is going to go out this way, and you adjust the thickness like that. And then we're going to attach here this setting, which is for the tagliatelle and the linguine. We're going to pass it this way first, and then we're going to cut it down this way later. Slightly press it with the rolling pin, and then we're going to pass it from the machine, which makes everything easier. And as always, standard procedure, from thickest to the thinnest setting. I'll go for about 1.5 to 2 millimeters. I don't know why I love pasta so much. Probably because I have an Italian blood, apparently. Just did the DNA test the other day. Results came back yesterday. And I'm like 75% Italian. I was like, what, man? Like 10% Greek, 75% Italian. How does that work? Not sure if any of you have done it before, but let me know down in the comments if you're thinking you're like 100% Italian and you came up 50% Chinese or something. Okay, let's go for tagliatelle. Water is boiling behind me. Which one is going to win? Luxury, fresh, or traditional dry? Let's find out, guys. Plenty of salt in the water. In for 6 to 7 minutes. We're going to keep things the same. Black pepper, same quantity, and cheese, again, 50 grams in each bowl. I'm going to add the leftover guanciale fat. Give it a good stir, and then of course I'm going to finish it off with some of this starchy pasta water. You see the starchy water now? That's the perfect time to extract it and use it in our sauce. My best tip for your carbonara is go as slow heat as possible from now. Some chefs, they are even using bain-marie to control the temperature. In with the sauce, and then we let it emulsify slowly. Notice I haven't added any salt. It's plenty of salt in the guanciale, in the cheese, and also in the pasta water. Very gently and very slowly we bring everything together to emulsify. Now, towards the end, I will add the guanciale. I'll keep some for the top as well. You see, it starts getting thick. That's it, turn it off. There you go. Nice and creamy, and as traditional as possible. Garnish with some more guanciale if you like, and some more grana padano. And there you have it, dry bucatini carbonara. Just a few seconds for this one, about 30 seconds. 30 seconds out. Let's go in for that sauce. Slowly again. You see, it starts getting glossy. I'll turn it off now. Let's go for the dried first. You see, it's been sitting for a couple of minutes. It's not dry. It has still nice and creamy. You know, the saltiness from Pecorino Romano, the Grana Padano. You know, the smokiness as well from the guanciale. It's perfect. But here, I'm not to judge the sauce. I'm here to judge the pasta. And I'm just saying this is a perfect bite. But let's compare it to the fresh one. Yeah, now I know. Both of them are amazing. Both of them have their strengths, and both of them are actually delicious. Not gonna lie. And it's hard to judge which one is best. But I would just say this one feels more luxurious, and this is what I expect in a proper restaurant, Michelin star restaurant, something like that. This is what we expect in a proper traditional Italian restaurant. This is what I would expect in Italy as well. The winner, I think, is the dry. I think gives you the best bite, you know, creaminess and also al dente pasta, while this one doesn't give you much al dente, but it gives you more luxurious. But the choice is yours. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.